of people died. And he thought it'd make a good song. Not because it was an accident, I mean accidents happen all the time. But what pissed him off was that the radios and the newspapers didn't mention anybody's name. Just said, well, it was just some deportees. And that pissed him off, because names were important to him. He wrote a song one time about the sinking of the Reuben James, the first American ship that went down the Second World War. And 100 guys lost their lives in that deal. And he wrote a song that had every one of their names was in there. Something about where they was from or what they was doing, or some little, story about them. And you can imagine it turned into a fairly long song, which turned into a genetic trait at some point. But his friend Pete Seeger decided that the song was too long, and so he cut it down to a singable size. And so there's a lot of people that know the song, The Sinking of the Reuben James, these days, but nobody's name was left in it, and it's no fault of his, it's just the way it worked out. But the point I'm trying to make was that names was important, and so he wrote this little song about what had happened. And I thought it was interesting because this song was written like 65 years ago, something like that. And it sounds like it could have been wrote last week or something. I mean, that's a tribute to somebody that you could write a song that's got that kind of shelf life. But on the other hand, it's too bad the world still sucks, The crops are all in, and the peaches are rotting. The oranges are piled in their creosote dumps. They're flying you back to the Mexican border to pay all your money to wait back again. My father's own father waded that river. They took all the money that he made in his life. My brothers and sisters come working the fruit trees. They rode the trucks till they took down and died. Goodbye to my one, goodbye Rosalita. Adios mis amigos, Jesus y Maria. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane, and all they will call you will be deportees. Some of us are illegal and others not wanted. Our work contracts out and we have to move on. But it's 600 miles to the Mexican border, and they chase us like outlaws, rustlers and thieves. We've died in your hills and we've died in your deserts. We've died in your valleys and died on your plains. We've died beneath your trees and we've died in your bushes. Both sides of the river, we've died just the same. Goodbye to my one, goodbye Rosalita. Adios mis amigos, Jesus y Maria. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane, and all they will call you will be deportees. A sky plane caught fire over Los Gatos Canyon. Like a fireball of lightning, it shook all our hills. And who are these friends, all scattered like dry leaves? The radio says they're just deportees. Is this the best way we can grow our big orchards? And is this the best way we can grow our good fruit? To fall like dry leaves and rot on the topsoil and be known by no name except deportees. Goodbye to my one, goodbye Rosalita. Adios mis amigos, Jesus y Maria. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane,